Summer has officially started, so here's what life has been looking like recently. I took a little road trip to Palm Springs to do some thrifting. I checked out spots in the Palm Springs and Indio area. I got this little skirt for the summer. Now let's go to our next thrift store in Palm Springs. I just felt like going on a little road trip. I've thrifted all over Southern California and I haven't really thrifted a lot in the desert, so I wanted to check out some new spots I've never been to. I think I'm done. I think I found a good amount of stuff. I ended up finding these cute jeans, some summer blouses. I would say this was a successful thrifting road trip, and I decided to go thrifting in Palm Springs because I feel like that's such a good place to find summer accessories and just general summer stuff, so I walked away with a lot of good things. Just got out of the gym. Women's health. I was sick for about 2 weeks, so it's nice to be moving again and going to the gym and getting back into my routine. So I'm gonna treat myself to a smoothie from Air One. I contemplated getting some of their prepackaged foods, but I ultimately just decided on getting their strawberry glazed smoothie. I'm gonna cut a couple of these peppers so I can make a sandwich out of them. It's gonna be like a lemon, rosemary, chicken sandwich with mozzarella, tomatoes, and sweet peppers. Look at how beautiful these are. Also gonna cut some rosemary for my chicken, and then I'm gonna grab some tomatoes too. That's enough rosemary for my chicken. We've been growing our own vegetables, so I've been trying to use those ingredients to make stuff. I also made this burrata tomato mix, and after lunch I decided to get started on one of my oil paintings. This was one of the goals for the year, so I'm really excited to get back into painting. Alright, I am starting to paint. I've drawn a little bit of a guide. Not the best guide, but I'm letting this dry and I started painting. It's gonna be a vase with some flowers. I have a reference photo that I'm going to put right here, and this is going to be my first oil painting of the year. Here are my colors. Here's all my brushes. I'm doing it. I'm finally oil painting. This was one of my goals of the year. I'm nervous to see how it turns out. I've done this before, but I haven't done oil painting since I think middle school or high school. So let's see how this goes. I'm making some progress. I think I might go for an impressionist kind of approach to this. I'm not going to try to be too accurate and too precise about it. Since I'm just getting back into it, I don't want to put too much pressure on myself. But it's so much fun to finally be working again with oil paints and spatulas and stuff. I love it, and mixing colors. This is the kind of stuff I love. And then later on in the week, I went to go get a tattoo. I was doing a couple. I also did a cover up on my finger, but I've gotten a total of 4 tattoos in the last month, so I'll have to show them all off later. And then after getting my tattoos, we went over to the Huntington Library and Gardens, and we went to the tea room. My mother-in-law was visiting, so we wanted to show her a good time, and we love the tea room at the Huntington Library. And this is when summer really started to feel like it was starting, because we were at the Huntington Library, but this was also when the World Cup was starting. So we immediately started our World Cup festivities because we're in the host city of Los Angeles. We're going to a World Cup watch party, and we're taking the metro the whole way. The first watch party we attended was at the LA Coliseum, and it is perfect to take the metro for all of these events. So the metro has been really nice getting around and not having to drive and deal with parking or traffic during the World Cup stuff. Growing up in a soccer family, we've always watched the World Cup, and it's always so fun to watch soccer. But for it to be hosted in the United States and to be in a host city has been so much fun this summer. It's honestly felt like a party day after day after day. One watch party, then the next watch party. And the fan zones are really great. The one at the LA Coliseum I think was like $10. We've also attended the LA Union Station one, and that one was free. We actually ended up randomly running into friends that we haven't seen in a while, so we ended up just enjoying this whole day with them. And there was so much to do. There was a bunch of activations, and there was the FIFA store with merchandise, photo ops, games, DJ, and then they of course played the game. This was truly the perfect way to start off summer in LA. We had some drinks, we got to watch games, we were with friends, and this is what life has been like lately. We've literally been going to watch party after watch party. My husband's more of an American football fan, not really a soccer fan, but I come from a football family, so it's been fun to kind of teach him all the rules and just how things are. And I fear he is becoming a bigger fan than me because he's been watching every single game. And this was just a really fun day in LA. We were out in the sun, got to hang out with some friends we haven't seen in a while, and got to watch the only sport that I actually like to watch. I'm a Southern California girl. I've lived here my whole life. I've been in LA for about 18 years, and I can't remember having this busy of a summer with the World Cup watch parties, just your regular summer activities. After watching a fun World Cup game, we finished off the day by getting a classic LA bacon wrapped hot dog. You just gotta end any social outing in LA with a hot dog, or else what are you doing? After a fun day with the friends, we woke up the next morning and had some breakfast in Sierra Madre. If you're in the area and you haven't been to Mary's Market, definitely check it out. It's a 100-year-old diner, and it looks like a little cottage, and it's tucked away in a little neighborhood. It's kind of a little hidden gem. We just love coming to this area. Since we had family visiting, this was a very busy weekend where we were eating out a lot, so we also had Korean barbecue. We love this place. This is in Orange County, and since my mother-in-law was visiting, we also got together with my mom, so we had a little reunion of the moms while also eating some Korean barbecue. Everything was so good. And we finished off the family visit with a rooftop bar in Pasadena. We had never been to this place before, and the drinks were good. The weather was actually perfect, and we got to see the sunset, so this whole place was a vibe. The food was delicious, and this is not the norm for us. We don't eat out this often, but since we had family visiting, we had a busy schedule. We were checking out new places, we were going to events, we were out all weekend. But like I said, it is also World Cup summer, so we are in a host city, so even though the weekend is over, during the week there's still a lot of stuff to do. So we went to the Mexico versus South Korea game. This was at Seoul International Park in Koreatown, and it was crazy. You could barely move. There were so many people, but it was also a lot of fun. I like doing stuff like this. It's events like this where you want to be around the crowd, but you also get a little bit nervous when it's big crowds like this, but it was epic, and Mexico won. And this is how I started off my summer in LA. So much more happening, so stay tuned.